Okay, let's carry on. So after many long and arduous weeks at sea, Captain Mackinnon brought us safe across the ocean as he had always promised us he would. We were united in our respect and affection for him, and in our gratitude to him. I shall not forget the morning I first sighted land, the moment I saw the coast of my new country distant on the horizon. I was, as fortune would have it, on watch, high in the crow's nest, so that it was I who saw her first. Land! I cried. On the port bow! America! America! I recall that moment as amongst the happiest of my entire life. As I climbed down the rigging to the deck below, I heard a fiddle strike up a reel. All day long, as the shore came ever nearer, we danced and sang for sheer joy, and Charlie set up such a howling that we scarce heard the music, a howling to herald not a storm this time, but our triumph arrival in America. But our joy soon to be tempered with sadness, for very shortly after we dropped anchor, Captain Mackinnon and I came to the parting of our ways. I heeded his advice to all of us that we should not delay, but leave the ship at once, for, he said, there were redcoats in America too, and they were ever watchful. Be always on your guard, he told us, and never forget that it is the cursed redcoats who hold sway here in America as they do in Scotland. For the most part, they keep to the towns, and though they are few in numbers and the land is vast, yet must ye be very wary. Avoid them, and you will surely find the freedom you seek. May God go with you. As we parted that day on the deck of the Pelican, he thrust his musket into my hand and told me to go north into the forest, for there the wilderness was the least frequented. You'll have need of this to survive, Robbie, he said, for it is a wild country you go to and full of many dangers. Thus, bidding sad farewells to the captain and my fellow fugitives, Charlie and I set out on our journey north, making our way by stages into the forests of Vermont, where the trees were now ablaze with such richness of autumn colours as I had never seen in all my life. Each day we travelled took us ever deeper in this beautiful wilderness. The further we went, the fewer people we encountered on the way, and the happier I became. But all the while I kept Charlie clipped and well disguised, for I was forever anxious that he might be recognised for what he was. Wolves, I reasoned, were likely to be as feared and as loathed here in America as they had been in Scotland, and would therefore be killed on sight. We lived as we had before in the Highlands, off the land, but here in this new country of plenty, the forests were filled with games of all kinds, with deer and wild pig, with wild turkeys and rabbits, rabbits that were twice, perhaps three times the size of those I had trapped in Scotland. The rivers and streams were also teemed with wondrous strange fish. A man skilled in the arts of hunting and trapping and fishing, as I was, could feed himself forever in such a place. America, as Captain Mackinnon had told me, was indeed a paradise, a bountiful paradise. Yet it was a dangerous paradise also, for there were, I soon discovered, bears aplenty in these forests. My first encounter with one such beast proved very nearly to be my last.